Hello students, welcome. Today we will discuss why minimization of the DFA is important. In the last video we have covered that what is minimization of the DFA. Today we will discuss why it is important. So why is the minimization of the DFA is important? Minimization of the DFA is required to obtain the minimal version of any DFA which consisting of the minimum number of the states possible. So why we do the minimization? We do the minimization so that we can achieve the minimal version of any DFA. Minimal version of the finite automation which consisting up of the minimum number of the states possible. It means if I am having 5 number of the states in a DFA and I want to reduce the number of the states to 4. If I want to reduce the number of the states to 4, it means I want to do the minimization of the DFA. And I also want that the functionality will remain same. That it will do the same functionality as it will do in the past. So it means I want to do the minimization of the DFA. In the minimization, we want that functionality will remain same, but just the minimal number of the states will be possible in the new version. So suppose I am constructing a DFA which is having the 5 number of the states, and suppose my friend constructing the same DFA with the 4 number of the states. So which DFA will be more efficient? Which one will be the more efficient? Obviously my friend's DFA will be more efficient. Why? Because it is having the lesser number of the states than me, and also it is more efficient and it is performing the same functionality. So it means it is the basic need of doing the minimization. So how can we do the minimization? We can do the minimization by merging the states. And how we do the merging? We do the merging of the states only when we see that the two states are equivalent to each other. If the two states are equivalent, then I'll do merging. Suppose Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. These are the 5 number of the states in my DFA. And how can I do the minimization? If I know that Q0 and Q1, these both are the equivalent to each other, then I'll simply merge them two states as a one state. Now it will work as a one state. So now I have only 1, 2, 3, 4 number of the states possible. So this is my reduced version of the DFA, which is previous in the previous it is having the 5 number of the states, but now it is having only the 4 number of the states. So this is a minimization. Now I have to see that how we can say that two states are equivalent to each other. So there is some condition. Let us suppose the two states A and B. Let us suppose you are having the two states A and B, and they are said to be equivalent only if this condition is satisfied. Which condition? Delta is the transition function. A is the state and X is the input alphabet. Okay. So A on getting input X, if I am reaching to the final state, and B also on getting input same input symbol X, I am reaching to the final state, or on getting same input symbol on the A, I am reaching to the non-final state or not non-final state. It means I am reaching to some intermediate state. I am reaching to intermediate state. In the same way, on B, getting input same input symbol, I am reaching to the intermediate state. It means on getting the same input symbol on the two states, and I am reaching to the next state which is both final as well as which is both intermediate states. Then I can say that two states are the equivalent to each other. Then I can say these two states are equivalent to each other. So here you can see if mode of x is equals to 0, then A and B are said to be 0 equivalent. If mode of x is equals to 1, then A and B are said to be 1 equivalent. It means if A and B these are the two states, how can I say that the states are equivalent? If the mode of x, it means what the length of the x, length of the input string is 0. If the length of the input string is 0, then I can tell that A and B are the 0 equivalent. And if the length of x is 1, then I can say that A and B are the 1 equivalent. And if the length of x is equals to n, so it may be any number. So if it is equals to n, then I can say that A and B are the n equivalent to each other. So this is the idea that I have to follow during the minimization. During the minimization, I need this equivalent technique. With this equivalent technique only, I can do the minimization. So here is the diagram given to you. which is having the initial state A and which is having the final state E, and this is having the 5 number of the states, and I want to reduce this number of the states and I want to minimize the DFA for this. So how can I do the minimization? Just by merging the states. How can I do the merging? I have to merge only those states which are equivalent to each other. So this is the transition table given to you, that A on getting input 0 and 1, A, this is the initial state, B, C, D, and E are the states, and the E is the final state. A on getting input 0, it goes to B, A on getting input 1, it goes to C. So likewise, I have drawn the transition table for this. Now I have to do the pi naught. What is pi naught? Pi naught is a zero equivalence. It means I have to check the zero equivalent. How can I find the zero equivalence? First of all, you have to make the two sets. First one, which is containing the non-final states, and second one, which is containing only the final states. So here I am only having the E as a final state. So I have make this set as a which is containing only the final state, and now what are my non-final states? A, B, C, and D, and I am making here the new set. Okay. Now I have to make the pi 1. Pi 1 means 1 equivalence. How can I find the 1 equivalence? There is a formula that delta means transition function Q0 on getting input A if it reaches to final state, and Q1 on getting same input symbol it also reaches to the final state. Then I can say that these two states are equivalent, or whether they are in the next state they are having the intermediate state. So I can also say that these two states are equivalent to each other. But if there are more than one input symbols, then I have to check for each and every case. It means suppose I have to check A with B. Okay, I want to check that A and B are equivalent or not. How can I check? First of all, take this A and B. A on getting input 0, it goes to B, and B on getting input 0, it goes to B. Now I have to find that these two states, B, these two states means B is falling in the same set or not. Yes, B is falling in this set, and B is in the same set. So I have to check for the one input. A on 1 it goes to C, and B on 1 it goes to D. So I have to check for CD, whether the CD are falling in the same set or not. Now you can check, yes, CD are falling in the same set. It means these A and B are the one equivalent to each other. Now I have to check for this C. A, B are already equivalent to each other. Now I can check with A or with B. So if I check A with C, that A and C, A on 0 it goes to B, C on 0 it goes to B, and B fall in the same set. So it means now I have to check for the 1 also. A on 1 it goes to C, and C on 1 it goes to C. It means C is falling in the same set. It means that A and C are also equivalent to each other. If the A and C are equivalent to each other, it means B and C are also equivalent to each other. So these A, B and C are one equivalent to each other. Now I have to check for this D. Okay, so I have to check. If I check this A with D, A on getting input 0 it goes to B, and D on getting input 0 it goes to B. Yes, B is falling in the same set. Now I have to check for the 1 also. A on 1 it goes to C, and D on 1 it goes to E. C and E. C is falling in this set and E is in this set. So these two sets are different. So it means this D is not one equivalent to A, B or C. It means I have to make the another set for this D. So I have made the new set for the D. Now I am left with these three sets or the three states. A, B, C, one state, next D and next E. Now I have to check for this row. Now this equivalence, that is A, B, C. Now if I am considering A and B again, A and B, A on getting input 0 and B on getting input 0, it reaches to B. So B is in the same set? Yes, it is in the same set. It means now I have to check for 1 also. A on 1 it goes to C, B on 1 it goes to D. C and D. C and D, these falling in the different sets. So it means B is not one equivalent or two equivalent of this A. So I am making the new set for the B. Now I have to check for this A and C. A and C, B, B and C, C. B and C, these fall in the same sets? Yes, they fall in the same set. It means I am again getting this same A, C, B, D and E. When you get the two equivalences, two consecutive equivalences are equal, then I have to stop there. So this is my last answer or last required states for the minimized DFA. Here you can see AC one state, B is second state, D is another state, and E is another state. So I am having only the 4 states. So I have taken here AC, B, D and E. And A, C. A is the initial state, so I have to make this state as an initial state. I am placing here arrow. Now E is the final state. E is the final state, so I am drawing that E here is the final state as it is. Okay. Now B and D are left, so I have taken B and D also. So A and C, AC, AC, A and C, you can see here from this diagram. A and C on getting input 0 it goes to B, and A and C on getting input 1 it goes to C. It means on getting input 0 it goes to B, and on getting input 1 it goes to C. On getting input 1 it goes to C means it is containing A and C both. Now I have to check for this B. B on 0 it goes to B, and B on 1 it goes to D. B on 0 it goes to 0, B, and on 1 it goes to this D. Now I have to check for this E. E on 0 it goes to B, and E on 1 it goes to C. So on 0 it goes to B, and on 1 it goes to C. Okay, so this is the whole diagram or transition diagram for this minimization of the DFA, and this is the minimized version of the DFA. I hope students this idea will be clear. Thank you students. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and if you have any query you can ask in the comment section. Thank you.